Hey guys, Darcy here, and today we're going to talk about why you shouldn't be sleeping on the 610B. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're in Luna, and why do you not want to sleep on the 610B, okay? I was watching one of the live streams from UAD, and they were just talking about a way to use the 610B that I hadn't thought of. I only thought about it as a preamp, but I never thought of it as a distortion plugin. Okay, so let's just quickly listen to this vocal chop from Splice and just get a sense of what this is, and then I'm going to show you a couple of different distortion plugins and then what the 610B does and why I like it. Okay, so let's listen to it first.
Come on, put in that work. Come on, put in that work.
Simple, straightforward, just nice little chop there, right? So let's bring up a plugin like Raw, which is one of those free ones that you get when you get some kind of like UAD device. And this is meant for guitar, so it's going to be heavily done. I've tweaked it a little bit so the distortion's a little lower and it's filtered, but you'll get a sense of what it's doing. So let's listen.
Come on, put in that work. Come on, put in that work.
Now, if you want that like gritty sounding like you're going through a guitar pedal sound, dope, then that's a great one to go with. Take a screenshot of these settings, good to go. But that's not always the case. Sometimes we want something that sounds distorted but natural, okay? So let's bring up another plugin that I've used for this in the past, okay? So the Decapitator, okay? And so I have some settings here that I've kind of dialed in that I use where it's like heavily driven, 50-50 on the mix, and then some like toning and stuff like that. And get a sense of what this does. It's a little less guitar pedal, but still heavily distorted. Okay, so let's take a listen after we turn it on.
Come on, put in that work. Come on, put in that work. Come on, put in that work.
It's good, and it's a little more natural, but there's still something that sounds like digital or unnatural to it, is what I'm trying to get at, right? Like it's losing a quality to the vocal, okay? Now, the 610B, I have this already pre-dialed in with some settings here. And I'm going to go backtrack on them in a second, but I'm heavily pushing the level, and this level is bringing character, this big knob, okay? And there's a preamplifier that goes into that. So the more you push this in, the more distorted it gets. And something to keep in mind, this output, when you bring it to all the way to the very end here where it's got the infinity symbol, it has no sound, but there's like a slight area just before it where it has sound. When you push these levels all the way, you have to bring the output back because it will blow your eardrums. Okay, so let's quickly take a listen to this dialed in.
Come on, put in that work. 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 Come on, put in that work.
It has a character, a quality to it that I really like. It's very distorted. It would stand out in a mix very strong if you're going for that kind of stylistic approach. But it sounds like it just doesn't sound quite the same as the others, okay? As an example. Now let's bring this back to factory settings and just get a sense of what it is that this would sound like normally, and then let's dial that setting back in so you can get a sense of things.
Come on, put in that work. 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 Come on, put. Come on, put in that work. 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 Come on, put in that work.
Okay, so you saw what I'm doing here, okay? So we put the two preamplifier up, which is going to gain it, and then we're adjusting the level, and we're heavily bringing back that output. And then over here we have some EQ at 7K, 10K, or 4.5, and I like to go like that 7K and then bring it back a little bit. this is just another plugin. If you bought an Apollo, then, which you obviously have if you're looking at this video, then you're getting this plugin for free. And sometimes some people use this and some people skip right over this. And so I just think it's very beneficial to look at this one. I'm going to be using a lot more for this kind of effect, say on ad-libs or something that just needs character, some part of a chorus, just different ideas. It's just good to know that it's here. Super easy to dial in, and it's going to give you a great character that you might be reaching to some other plugin for, and you got this one right here and it sounds. But anyways, hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any questions of your own. I'd be glad to help. And that's it for today. Have a good one.